Well, good morning, aspiring wonks. Looking forward to seeing you. I had an amazing trip. If you've read the short little post I put on the website, you know I am anxious to get back to work, as I know all of you are as well. Hope you had a very productive week while I was away, and hope you had a very good Thanksgiving. That being said, as I warned you before I left, it is now time to get serious. Certainly, the world is getting serious now on both terrorism and global warming. So it's ironic that the global conference on global warming, is taking place in Paris, which is the city where the terrible terrorist attack took place. And I was flying over France the night of that attack, and it was very um, impactful to know that while France had closed its borders down, it hadn't closed down its airspace. So we got a lot of business to get to. The first point is that today begins the global conference on global warming. And President Obama really faces two major hurdles here. One is third world or developing countries who say that the United States and other countries, China and Europe, have benefited from the use of polluting chemicals, uh, shouldn't be impairing their use of chemicals as they develop. Or if chlorofluorocarbons, or if they do, that those countries are entitled to compensation. So lots of money being requested there. Meanwhile, the Republicans in Congress are making it clear to the world that any agreements that Obama comes to are going to be not necessarily accepted by the Republicans, especially if there's a Republican president who comes after uh, Obama in 2016. Well, with that as the framework, let's start to talk about politics again. Let's dig back in. The first piece of interesting news, I believe, is that Christie won the endorsement of the largest paper in New Hampshire. He got the endorsement. Well, what does that mean when a newspaper endorses a candidate? Does it have as much impact as it used to? And does it matter whether it's in New Hampshire? And so, will Christie get life? I don't like to say new life because has he ever even had life? So, will he get life from this endorsement and become a serious contender in New Hampshire? Well, we'll see how that plays out. What else is going on? Well, there was the shooting at the Planned Parenthood clinic. Did Republican rhetoric have some contribution to the attacks, or is it totally indifferent? Did uh, did this man just do what he was going to do and it happened to come anyway? Was he incited? And if so, does it make a difference what people say? So that's something to consider, and certainly the debate over abortion is going to increase. And we just got done studying right to privacy, so you know all about the rights of abortion rights and how the Supreme Court has limited those rights. And you actually should be quite prepared to answer test questions at an AP level on the cases that have restricted a woman's right to an abortion. And you should know exactly what those are and what those cases are. So there's a perfect example of how what we're studying plays in the uh, media every single day. So let's wrap this up. Let's keep this kind of short. Looking forward to getting back and seeing everybody again, and getting us back on track. Let's recognize that Congress returns from their Thanksgiving weekend break today, and that the Supreme Court is in action hearing arguments beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So that's just a half hour from now. All right, let's get serious again. That's the theme for the next 3 weeks. Serious. You guys are going to have a civil rights exam. I'll do a lecture tomorrow on civil rights. And so Wednesday is the Chapter 5 Civil Rights exam. And you know civil liberties, civil rights is one unit. So expect a unit exam on Wednesday. Although I may be out on Wednesday, so that means Thursday. Expect a unit exam on Thursday. So you got a Chapter 5 exam, a unit exam. We're rocking and rolling. Questions are coming your way. Knowledge is coming out of your brains. Let's become the wonks we are aspiring to be. See you in an hour plus. All right. Good to be back.